Hello everyone. Today we will talk about delivering presentations. Presenting is a powerful way to connect with colleagues, clients, and other stakeholders. It allows for rich, two-way communication where you can express your views and engage your audience directly. To maximize the impact of your presentations, it is crucial to establish the right style and tone. Great speakers command attention and respect, drawing audiences in and inspiring them to take action. This section explores effective strategies to enhance your presence when delivering presentations. Establish credibility. When presenting internally, you engage with individuals who may already have opinions about your credibility based on prior interactions. However, you still have the chance to positively influence their perceptions. Demonstrating a deep understanding of the relevant issues, framing your ideas to showcase benefits to the organization, and exhibiting honesty can significantly elevate your credibility. For external presentations, where the audience's impressions are less informed, you can prepare by sharing your background beforehand or ensuring your introduction highlights key credentials. During your talk, showing that you know your material well, connecting emotionally with your audience, and maintaining honesty bolsters your perceived credibility. Post-presentation follow-ups also reinforce your reputation as someone who cares and is responsive. Maintain authenticity. For many professionals, presenting can feel unnatural, yet authenticity is crucial for audience engagement. It's vital to portray your true self, rather than mimicking styles of other speakers or adhering strictly to formulas. As communication expert Barbara D'Angeli's notes, inauthenticity can alienate audiences, making them feel uneasy. To avoid this, focus on refining your presentation techniques gradually, allowing your genuine qualities to shine through. This approach fosters a more natural delivery and enhances the connection with your audience. Know your material and rehearse. Practicing your presentation is essential for comfort with the content. Rehearsing allows you to identify weak areas, determine key points to emphasize, and manage your timing effectively. Surprisingly, many speakers skip rehearsal, leading to performances that may seem disorganized to the audience. As noted by speech coach Nick Morgan, the adrenaline rush from winging it may lead to an inflated self-assessment that is not shared by listeners. To prepare well, rehearse out loud, and consider recording your practice to evaluate your delivery and the overall impact of your message. Overcome fear and speak with confidence. Nervousness about public speaking is common, with studies indicating that many adults fear it more than death. While a certain level of anxiety can be beneficial by heightening energy and focus, it becomes detrimental when it hampers your ability to deliver effectively. To manage nervousness, employ relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, stretching, or visualizing success. Additionally, making eye contact with friendly audience members at the beginning of your presentation can help establish a comfortable atmosphere. Be mindful of your diet leading up to the presentation, as certain foods can exacerbate anxiety. Finally, engaging with audience members before you start can help break the ice and foster a more relaxed environment. Focusing on people during your presentation can significantly enhance audience engagement and trust. Audiences resonate more with relatable content, especially stories and experiences involving human connections. By centering your speech around individuals, you bring life to otherwise sterile facts and statistics, making your message more impactful. Make people the subject of your sentences. When presenting numerical information, use people as the subjects of your sentences to add a human touch. For example, instead of stating, sales increased by 20%. You could say, thanks to Jane's innovative marketing strategies, our team achieved a 20% increase in sales. This approach not only conveys the information clearly, but also illustrates the efforts and contributions of individuals, fostering a deeper connection with your audience. Make people the subject of your sentences. When presenting numerical information, use people as the subjects of your sentences to add a human touch. For example, instead of stating, sales increased by 20%, you could say, thanks to Jane's innovative marketing strategies, our team achieved a 20% increase in sales. This approach not only conveys the information clearly, but also illustrates the efforts and contributions of individuals, fostering a deeper connection with your audience. Introduce colleagues and refer to them by name. Incorporating the names of colleagues and relevant individuals enhances the personal nature of your presentation. When you introduce team members or mention their contributions, your audience begins to feel a sense of familiarity with those individuals. This practice not only acknowledges the efforts of your peers, but also encourages audience members to connect with your organization on a more personal level. For instance, saying, "I'd like to highlight Michael's work on this project," invites the audience to recognize and appreciate the individual's role. Use names of audience members. If you know the names of some attendees, weaving them into your presentation can further personalize the experience. This not only makes your speech more engaging, but also helps to build rapport. For example, addressing an audience member by name when asking for feedback or insights can create a friendly atmosphere, encouraging participation. This simple technique shows that you value your audience and are genuinely interested in their perspectives. Staying flexible during presentations is vital, as things seldom go exactly as planned. Being well prepared with your content is key to adapting to unexpected situations that may arise. Here's a deeper look at strategies for maintaining flexibility while delivering your presentation. Arrive early. Arriving early gives you the chance to familiarize yourself with the presentation space. This includes checking the setup of equipment like projectors and microphones, understanding the room layout, and noting how many people are in attendance. If you're in an unfamiliar venue, aim to get there at least 1 to 2 hours beforehand. This extra time allows you to troubleshoot any issues, making you feel more confident and in control when your audience arrives. Focus on audience needs. A successful presentation is often driven by audience engagement. Be ready to adapt your speech based on audience reactions, questions, or comments. If you're focused solely on your own agenda, you might become flustered when unexpected questions arise. Anticipating possible inquiries or feedback can help you incorporate them smoothly into your presentation, ensuring that your audience feels valued and heard. Handle distractions gracefully. It's common for presenters to lose their train of thought during a talk. In such instances, it's crucial to stay calm. A brief pause can give you a moment to recollect your thoughts, and what feels like a long time to you usually goes unnoticed by the audience. If you find yourself stuck, repeating your last few words can help you regain your flow. Avoid mentioning any technical difficulties or mistakes to the audience, as this can undermine your credibility and distract from your main message. Have a plan B. Always have a backup plan in case things don't go as expected. For instance, if you rely on slides, think about how you can continue effectively without them if a projector fails. Understand your core messages so you can deliver a powerful presentation even if you need to skip some sections. Knowing your key points allows you to navigate around issues without losing the essence of your message. Use the room to your advantage. The layout of the room can significantly affect how you connect with your audience. Position yourself where you can establish good eye contact and visibility. Before starting, walk around to identify the best spots for engagement. If many attendees are seated far from you, don't hesitate to move closer or encourage them to fill the front seats. This creates a more intimate environment and makes it easier for the audience to connect with you. Engage with the audience. Moving around during your presentation can keep it lively and engaging. Changing your position helps you interact with different audience members. However, be cautious. Excessive movement might distract people or signal nervousness. Find a balance by engaging the audience visually without overwhelming them. Use podiums and tables wisely. Podiums can enhance your authority, but hiding behind one may create a barrier. If you choose to use a podium, maintain an upright posture, as leaning can signal uncertainty. Consider standing in front of it to foster a warmer, more friendly connection with your audience. Being physically closer can lead to a more relaxed and engaging atmosphere. Nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in how your audience perceives your credibility and message. Your gestures, posture, eye contact, and tone convey significant information that can influence how effectively you connect with your listeners. As Gary Gennard notes, everything from your body language to your appearance generates a constant stream of data that affects how your message is received. Understanding the SOFN model. To enhance your nonverbal communication, consider the SOFN model, which emphasizes 6 key behaviors: smile, open stance, forward lean, tone, eye contact, and nod. By integrating these elements, you can project confidence and warmth, making your presentation more engaging. Smile. Your facial expressions are vital for connecting with your audience. A genuine smile conveys enthusiasm and positivity, making it more likely that listeners will warm up to you. Positive emotions can create a welcoming atmosphere, encouraging audience engagement. Open stance. Adopting an open stance is inviting. Avoid crossing your arms or legs, as these gestures can signal defensiveness or discomfort. Instead, keep your arms relaxed at your sides or use open gesturing with palms up. This openness fosters warmth and approachability, making it easier for your audience to connect with you. Forward lean. Leaning slightly forward while standing upright shows confidence and conveys interest in your audience. In contrast, slouching or leaning back can imply insecurity or detachment. Maintaining an engaged posture reinforces your commitment to the presentation and your listeners. Tone. Your voice significantly influences how your message is perceived. Use tone variations to express enthusiasm and emotion. Speaking at a moderate pace not only projects confidence, but also allows your audience to absorb your message. Be cautious about speaking too quickly, as this can signal nervousness. Consider recording yourself to assess your tone and pacing, and seek feedback from trusted colleagues. Eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. It establishes a sense of connection and fosters trust. By making eye contact, you engage your audience and can better gauge their reactions. This interaction helps you adjust your message dynamically based on their responses. Nod. Using gestures like nodding helps affirm your audience's contributions and fosters a sense of acceptance. Gestures can demonstrate agreement and make your communication more relatable. By reading your audience's energy levels, you can adjust your expressiveness. For morning presentations, maintain medium energy to match the typically lower energy levels of your audience. Conversely, in the afternoon or evening, you can increase your energy to engage listeners better. Improving your nonverbal communication takes practice. Introduce new techniques gradually and continuously pay attention to how your audience responds. It's important to be authentic. Overly practiced gestures can come off as insincere. By observing audience reactions, you can refine your delivery and enhance the effectiveness of your nonverbal cues. The concept of dressing for success is a widely accepted piece of advice in the professional world, especially for important events like speeches and presentations. How you dress can significantly influence how others perceive you in a business environment. This is not merely a matter of personal style. There is empirical evidence supporting the impact of professional attire. For instance, a recent survey revealed that 41% of employers believe employees who dress professionally are more likely to be promoted, and this percentage increases to 55% in specific industries such as financial services. This clearly demonstrates that dressing appropriately can play a crucial role in career advancement. Attire in the professional setting is commonly organized along a continuum ranging from formal to casual. On this spectrum, there are three main categories: formal business, business casual, and casual. Formal business attire represents the most traditional and professional look, typically worn to convey executive presence and seriousness. This style often includes dark, conservative business suits paired with collared, button-down shirts, with men usually required to wear neckties. This attire is designed to communicate authority and competence clearly and effectively. Business casual attire, positioned just below formal business dress in terms of formality, aims to strike a balance between comfort and professionalism. It projects a relaxed yet respectable image, though its interpretation can vary widely by region, industry, company culture, and even individual company policies. Because of this variation, business casual dress can be further subdivided into high-level and low-level business casual. High-level business casual often leans closer to formality and suggests productivity and trustworthiness, while low-level business casual tends to be associated with creativity and friendliness. This middle ground is now the most common dress code in many workplaces, reflecting a shift toward more comfortable and flexible work environments without sacrificing professionalism. Casual dress represents the least formal end of the attire spectrum and is relatively rare in business settings, though it has gained some acceptance in areas such as the tech industry. Despite some companies adopting casual Fridays, critics from management often feel that employees sometimes push casual too far, undermining a professional image. Therefore, even on these relaxed days, it is advisable to maintain an overall professional appearance. The choice of attire also serves to send specific messages about the wearer. Formal business attire communicates authority and competence. High-level business casual attire conveys productivity and trustworthiness, and low-level business casual signals creativity and approachability. For presentations and other public-facing professional events, it is generally recommended to dress slightly more formally than the audience to establish credibility. For younger professionals, who may still be building their reputations and are often naturally seen as friendly rather than authoritative, dressing more formally can be a strategic way to project greater authority and competence early in their careers. Visual aids and handouts are powerful tools that can enhance your presentation and audience engagement. Many listeners actually expect a combination of these elements to help clarify and reinforce your points. However, effectively using visuals means balancing their presence so that you remain the central focus rather than the slides or documents overshadowing your message. When using electronic slides or screencast videos, it is crucial to keep the audience's attention on you, the presenter. For instance, avoid turning off the lights entirely, as this can inadvertently shift the focus to the slides and may cause some attendees to feel sleepy. Instead, dim areas near the screen but keep yourself well illuminated. Also, refrain from starting your presentation with slides immediately. Those opening moments should be dedicated to establishing a personal connection with the audience. Throughout the presentation, face your audience, not your screen, to maintain engagement. Rather than reading the slides verbatim, it's more effective to interpret and expand on the content, thereby positioning yourself as the primary source of information. To manage audience focus and timing, preview each slide's content verbally before displaying it. This strategy helps keep the spotlight on you. Using a remote control to advance slides allows you to move freely and sustain eye contact with the audience, unlike manually using a keyboard which diverts your gaze downward. Also, avoid standing directly in front of the projection area to prevent blocking the slides and distorting your image. When you plan to speak for a long period without visual references, consider showing a blank slide to avoid distraction. Handouts serve a distinct function, particularly useful for detailed or numerical information that doesn't project well visually. They are also valuable for interactive components where participants complete forms or exercises. Nevertheless, distributing handouts during the presentation can easily distract the audience, as many may start reading ahead. To maintain better control of your message delivery, it is generally best to distribute handouts at the end of your presentation. If you must distribute them during the event, avoid doing so during the critical first few minutes, since this initial phase is key to forming strong impressions and connecting with your audience. Rustling papers during this time can undermine your efforts to engage effectively. Effective speakers understand the importance of engaging their audience while staying on message and respecting time constraints. Audience interaction can take several forms, including fielding questions during the presentation and mingling afterward to build relationships and gain feedback. Fielding questions offers presenters a chance to address the real concerns of their listeners, clarify points, and demonstrate openness. Questions can happen at the end or throughout the talk. While Q&A sessions can sometimes pose challenges, such as difficult questions or potential off-topic diversion, speakers can steer them productively by reinforcing their key messages. Several strategies help make Q&A sessions smooth and effective. First, pausing before answering gives time to think and presents you as thoughtful and composed. Honesty is also critical. If you don't know an answer, admitting it and promising to follow up later is better than bluffing. Showing genuine appreciation for questions builds rapport with the audience, as acknowledging the importance of a question validates the questioner's participation. Answers should be concise, ideally between 20 and 45 seconds, to keep the discussion focused and prevent drifting away from your main points. Finally, when faced with questions that could sidetrack the presentation, tactfully reframing them to align with your objectives helps maintain control of the conversation. Interaction continues after the formal presentation ends. Mingling with audience members during breaks or after the event is a valuable opportunity to deepen connections, gather additional insights, and discuss potential future projects. Follow-up communication in the days after a presentation, such as thank you emails or providing promised information, helps cement professional relationships and turn a single event into an ongoing dialogue. Present effectively in teams. This slide explains how to present effectively as a team. The core idea is that a team presentation carries all the same challenges as an individual one, but adds the problem of cohesion. When multiple people are involved, each with their own style and knowledge, the presentation can easily feel fragmented unless the team puts in deliberate effort to stay unified. The first and most important step is making sure everyone on the team agrees on the objectives and key messages before doing anything else. If the team isn't aligned on what the presentation is trying to accomplish and what the audience should remember, everything that follows will feel scattered. This shared understanding acts as the foundation that holds the entire presentation together. From there, the team should assign roles carefully. This means deciding who gathers what information, who presents which sections, and, something people often overlook, who responds to which types of audience questions. However, assigning roles doesn't mean working in isolation. One of the biggest mistakes teams make is splitting up responsibilities early on, and then not reconnecting until presentation day. That approach almost always leads to a disjointed final product. Ongoing collaboration throughout the preparation process is essential. During the presentation itself, the team should project unity. This means standing close together, dressing at the same level of formality, and staying visibly engaged even when someone else is speaking, nodding, maintaining eye contact with the audience, and showing genuine interest. These small physical cues send a powerful message to the audience that the group is truly working as one. Referring to each other's points throughout the presentation is another effective strategy. Phrases like, as Letitia mentioned, or building on Jeff's point, create a sense of continuity and show the audience that the team has prepared its ideas as a unified whole rather than as separate parts. Transitions between speakers also deserve careful attention. They should be smooth and natural, but the team needs to avoid a common trap: over-previewing the next speaker's content. If you summarize all of their key points before they even begin, you take away their ability to build toward those moments themselves. A good transition sets up the topic without stealing the punchline. Finally, the material shifts to the role of being an audience member. The advice here is to be actively supportive, maintain eye contact, sit up straight, ask helpful questions, and show appreciation for the presenter's work. This matters not only because it helps the presenter succeed, but also because it builds a professional reputation. When you consistently support others, they're far more likely to return that support when you're the one presenting.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to channel.